Where in a busy family's day, meals, car rides, transitions, do screens most often take the place of conversation or shared time?
We talked about meals. I think meals are huge. And when I was thinking about this question, the first thing I asked myself is where are these opportunities where my child could be bored? And I'm just wanting to appease that boredom. Um, where are moments where I might want just quiet as the adult? So I thought of car rides, waiting periods, and morning routines. So moments where two people could be engaged in just shared quiet. We're filling it with screens. So I know as an adult, sometimes I crave quiet, but then there are other times when I'm uncomfortable with quiet and I want to fill that quiet. And I think that's because not to the degree that our kids are growing up with it today, but parents today, we grew up with screens. We grew up with constant noise. And sometimes that can feel really comforting, but not healthy. So, times when you might be engaged in shared quietness with your child. That's where we're filling in some unnecessary screen time. Another one is decompression. So when we decompress after work, children decompress after school. They've had to hold it together, they've had to be on their best behavior and perform all day. So adults, sometimes we like to just scroll to decompress after work. They might want to scroll, they might want to watch a screen, they might want to play a video game. That's another opportunity for kids to regulate their emotions in a different way without using that tool. Bedtime is another big one. I know as a parent, I've gone through my own struggles with bedtime. That's another skill that has to be developed, being able to fall asleep. Uh, Sometimes, a child in front of a screen may become so overstimulated and sort of just max out and then ease into sleep, but that becomes a crutch. And it's an opportunity to build the skill of regulating your nervous system to the point where you can fall asleep that we're sometimes taking away. So I would say, think about, is this an opportunity for my child to be bored? Is this an opportunity for us to just be quiet together where I'm leaning on the screen?
Yeah, I think that's a great point. Also, thinking about, I took my nephew to Disneyland recently, and for us,
You're brave.
it was a big day. But, it was at the time that we left, there was a lot of traffic, and it was about an hour and 45-minute drive for us. And, I my cousin did not send his tablet with him. He asked in the beginning, "Can I use your phone for the ride?" And I was like, "No, we're just going to get through it. It's going to go pretty quick." Kind of just hoping that it wouldn't be so bad. But we had some of the most fantastic conversation where I think, when you're using the tablet to just kind of keep the calm and the quiet, it is taking place of conversation. And, even looking back to my own developing years, some of the best conversations that I had with my parents were in the car ride where we talked about, really important things that happen in my school day. And sometimes not, sometimes there's that conversation. What did you do at school? Oh, nothing. But I think having the quiet leads to the opportunity. At least the door is open to have conversations. And
Absolutely.
then it can be really meaningful. Another thing you said that really, like, sparked me too is even thinking of my own boredom, and I don't often have small children with me in my personal life, but I think about, if I'm at the dentist in the waiting room, I'm often on my phone, or when periods of waiting, I do takes a conscious effort to not scroll on the phone or to not find a little game or something like that. And I think if possible, when possible, to like model that not being on the screen, I think is really key because modeling is so important for children, to see what is the adult in my life doing? What did they rely on? So if you're able to kind of be at peace with some of that awkward quietness or use that quiet time to spark a conversation, then I think that will go a long way with children as well.